All right. How is everyone feeling? So we've got through the opening remarks. We've got through a bit of networking, because we're going to do more of it as we go. And we got through Marj's amazing speech on net zero. And net zero is what it's a UAE goal. Dubai is crazy about it. And I think all of us should get crazy with data. Are we all okay on net zero? I think after the session, all of us understand the jargons. We know a bit more. Good. So with that, I just want to take a bit of time here to talk about, how do you navigate? This one, green. Okay. Just in terms of what else is coming for you throughout the day. As Carol said, we're not going to bore you with the agenda because the agenda is already online, but we just want to tell you a bit of what's to come, because what Marjit said is going to flow beautifully into our masterclasses. So the heart of the session is actually in the afternoon. So we're going to have 5 masterclasses, and I want to explain how the masterclass works, because we've done this event in 2024 at Anantara the Palm, and we did feedback post the event. And there were 3 things which you highlighted in the event. And in 2025, we made sure we've captured all the 3 things. Number 1, you want more networking. So we started with bingo, and we'll continue that throughout the day. Number 2, you wanted engineering to have engineering-specific sessions, F&B to have F&B department-wise. So we've divided into 3 parts. So the ballroom would get into 3 sections. Engineering would have 1 section. F&B will have amazing Chef Wojtek. He's here joining us. And we will have the 3rd section for operations. And again, we are crazy about net zero. We're crazy about data. We're crazy about ESCO. So we have Emirates Green Building Council, he's not here yet, right? Abdul Latif and also Mohammed Abdul Wahab. We have experts joining us to talk to us all about ESCOs. Please use those sessions to actually get to what's working, what's not working. That's the key from today's event, right? So what else? We have stalls outside. So we've left ample time that you can go meet the 6 stalls that are set up outside. And we have supporters. Sustainability Kiosk is a marketplace, as you know. And we have listers who have been with us, solution providers throughout the year. They would be setting up their stall here as we come through the networking event. Please go meet them and participate. We're going to have so many sessions where it's a learning event. So do come in and participate throughout the day. So with that said, like I said, with the masterclass, we do have solution providers who are supporting us for the masterclasses and also industry expert. But with that, I would like to welcome on stage the 3 strategic partners that we have, leading Hospitality Summit, Services, Credibl, and Winnow, to join us to talk a bit about what they do. I promise you, it's not more than 5 minutes that everybody has. I've really gone through the slides with them. It's going to be 5 minutes, but what it tells us is how does that solution fit into our decarbonization? How does that fit in us delivering responsible hotel to the community? Okay? With that, I'm going to welcome Atul to come and join on stage. Thank you so much, Atul. He's the general manager at Leading Hospitality Services. And Atul, the timer is on. 5 minutes, we hear all about Leading Hospitality Services.
I thought you told me 2 minutes. Anyway. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a big thank you, Radhika and team, for giving us this opportunity. LHS basically, okay, need to get moving.
The green.
So, long story short, it's about the technology and the innovation that we are bringing to sustainability solutions. And to be very specific, we have 2 of them coming from LHS. And the first one that we talk about, something quite common in this world, we're looking at passive radiating cooling paint. I know, having done a lot of these presentations and discussions in the past 2 years, we have a lot of paints all over the world which talk about reducing the surface temperature of buildings externally by about 5-6 degrees. I'm talking about reducing the surface temperature by about 15 to 20 degrees centigrade. So the master class will give us an opportunity to see how does this happen as compared to the other kind of solutions that we see in the world. I won't get into the details. We'll look at it more in the masterclass. The second solution, again, a very niche technology. We talk about air quality. We actually spend 80% of our life in buildings. And I don't think I want to even say what kind of air quality we are spending that 80% in. So again, I'm talking about something very niche, far away from consumables, filters, chemicals, water. It's actually replicating what the nature does for us, and how the sun impacts the outdoors is what we want to bring indoors with this technology. It's existing, it's in many hotels already in this region. We just want to spread that awareness. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Atul. And I think, look, they're outside there. The whole idea is to give you a preview of the team sitting outside, and you can certainly go meet Atul to learn more about the efficiencies. What does it mean for my building, right? Next up, we have on stage, okay, it's not Parth, because we actually have Jitesh joining us, because Jitesh has happened to be in Dubai this time, and he's joining us to talk about Credibl. So Jitesh, looking forward to hear what is Credibl all about, please.
Thank you, Radhika. Good morning, everyone. So just a very noisy slide, but gives an overview of everything we do, and we call this a smart, full sustainability stack. So what does that mean? When you think about a hotel business, from a sustainability angle, there are three core things. One is data management and reporting, and Majid covered it. It's operational data, product data, and supply chain data. So that's the first box. You're seeing that on the left. So we work with hoteliers around the world to provide that data management platform. The second one is what we call climate risk. So climate risk is physical risk and transition risk, but it's also risk across your value chain. So it's what's called midstream, upstream, and downstream. That's the second box. And the third one is material traceability. So material traceability is relevant in a build setup, but also it is very relevant in food. So what that means is, given a specific product, you can get complete upstream visibility into what went into it from a provenance and compliance standpoint. So there we track 1.5 billion finished units. In the masterclass today, we will focus on data and reporting, and especially on the pain points for engineers. So we work with engineers around the world. We really empathize with them. We have built this tech hands-on with engineers. And one of our largest customers and largest deployment is IHCL, Taj Hotels, which is a very, very complex business. Multiple different products, including Taj Sats. We have deployed the product there. And why do we call it smart? This entire stack is because we do meaningful AI intervention to solve pain points. And I really focus on that, right? It's meaningful. We don't just bandage AI, but we use it to do better automation. On the supply chain side, when it comes to scope 3 and assessment, we have capabilities like autofill, and then also traceability. Traceability is very complex, as you can imagine. It requires multiple different stakeholders to really buy in. So across that, we meaningfully do intervention of AI. So this is a research group called Verdantics. If you have been in the sustainability data space, you have probably heard of them, and they publish what's called a green quadrant. And in the most recent one, they've put Credibl in the innovators quadrant. But one thing that they call out, which is very, very important, is what's called assurance readiness. Slightly, when I was listening to Majid's talk, right, he touched on this. What this means is the veracity of the data. How do you make sure that the data that you have is really audit ready without taking on a lot of burden, without having to run very human-driven internal audit exercises. What we have built something which we call an internal virtual auditor, and that can be used across 3 functions. One is engineering, which is operational. Second is supply chain and procurement, and third is risk. So if you're on the CFO side and you're looking at building a new asset, you can really use this internal virtual auditor, and this is something we have deployed at scale. And under the hood, we are using OpenAI, Anthropic, and Gemini, and we'll briefly talk about this from an engineering context. We don't leave the customer in the deep end with AI. There is human intervention that happens, and how do we do this? And we'll pick the case of Taj and give some real-world case studies. Again, I want to emphasize it's a very complex business, so we spent a lot of time deploying this tech across that complex business. So a little bit kind of unpacking the first box, which will be the focus of the masterclass today. So what does that involve? When you think about sustainability data from a hospitality standpoint, it's measure, manage, report, and value chain assessment. Measure, as you can imagine, is through deep automation, capturing KPIs like emission, water, waste, social KPIs. Manage is where we give you a virtual auditor to make sure the data is always audit ready. Report is in the same platform doing different kinds of reporting. And supply chain assessment is essentially collecting primary data from your suppliers in a very, very automated and easy way. This is the traceability platform. As I said, we track north of 1.5 billion finished units. Your linen, for example, in the hotel, if you really want to tell your buyers this is organic, this product is used there. We track home textiles, close to 700 million units in home textiles. And this is a quick view of automation from upstream to downstream. So what's upstream from an engineering standpoint in a hotel is where is the source of truth of the data. Then it goes further downstream when you have to do certifications like Green Key, Earth Check. So end to end that gets automated. Thank you very much.
I know we're very strict on time here because we want to make sure you get the value for your time. So with that, I would like to welcome on stage our third partner, which is Winnow. And I think, look, there's going to be lots of food out there after this because the break is next, but please do eat up because all I'm saying is the masterclasses go really deep into subject matter, into talking about how does reporting work? Can I use AI? Is AI ready? Do I trust AI? I know all of us have these questions, and that's where the master classes, because Chitesh would be joined by a core team, and they will actually take you through what are these questions, and what's working, what's not working. So please join the master classes, and with that, I'd like to welcome Atul on stage to talk to us from Winnow.
Good morning, everyone. So it's a pleasure to present to you all today. I also have my colleague Sugandha, who's the operations team lead for the region as well. And today we'll be talking to you about Winnow. So what Winnow does is we work with hotels to make the kitchens more productive, profitable, and sustainable. Great. So of course, we are a room full of sustainability enthusiasts. So we all know just how important food waste is to the environment. So what we see is that globally, 1/3 of all food is never eaten. And this accounts for nearly 10% of global greenhouse emissions. If food waste were a country, it would be the 3rd largest emitter of greenhouse gases after US and China. So this is why hotels need to really focus on food waste as an environmental problem. But beyond that, it is also a financial problem. What we see is that in a typical commercial kitchen, somewhere between 5 to 15% of food that is being purchased is being wasted. So for the sector as a whole, this presents a $100 billion problem. So that is where Winnow essentially comes in with our mission to help the food service sector save $1 billion. So what we bring to you is a solution that is easy to use. So we've spent a lot of years developing our AI to be fully automated. So we have a solution for all types of kitchens and operations to help the teams accurately track the food waste in a very easy to use manner. We also make it easy to adopt. Sugandha and her team will work very closely with the hotels to make sure that this is easily implemented and you can see the food waste being reduced within just a few months of using Winnow. And we also make it easy to save as well. Typically, a hotel that works with Winnow can expect to cut down their food waste by 50%, thereby saving approximately $20,000 annually, year after year. And we've proven this across different verticals and geographies. Currently, Winnow is live in over 3,000 kitchens around the world, in over 100 countries and counting. And of course, even in the UAE alone, we have over 140 sites currently using Winnow. And on an annual basis, we are preventing 1,300 tons of food waste from going into the bin. And the way we do this is with the help of our AI tool. So how it works is, essentially in a kitchen, imagine you have some food waste being thrown into the bin. Once this waste is thrown, our camera will take a photo of the waste, and the AI will actually use this image to identify automatically what is being thrown. It's as simple as that. You don't have to scan the food waste. You don't have to manually select what is being thrown. All the team does is throw waste into the bin, and our camera, AI, and scale all work together to automatically track what is being thrown, how much is being thrown, and why it is being thrown. So this is how we essentially help our hotels to monitor food waste effectively. Now I'll hand it over to Sugandha to take you through some of the insights that we provide.
Sustainability starts with awareness, and awareness starts with data. And measuring food waste is just the beginning. Winnow transforms that data into powerful insights that help chefs make smarter, more sustainable decisions every single day. We deliver daily, weekly, and monthly reports that give kitchens complete visibility over their performances, what's working, what's not working, and where the biggest opportunities lie. Our insights highlights the areas that matter most, helping teams target change, track performance, and see real results over time. And with the power of food waste photos, we bring accuracy, accountability, and proof. Every photo tells a story, and every story drives action. Our customer success team works hand in hand with chefs to turn these insights into actions. And with our partnership with Chef Wojtek, we bring world-class culinary expertise directly into the kitchens with working hand in hand with chefs. And the results truly speak for themselves. By using Winnow, food waste is typically reduced by 50%. Let's take a quick example of Conrad Dubai. They use Winnow to plan better, they cook smarter, and they made most of every single ingredient, thereby reducing waste by 50%, saving money, reducing emissions, and contributing to a more sustainable future for our planet. And at Winnow, we've seen it time and again. So if you'd like to learn more, come visit us at the Winnow stand. You'll be able to see our Winnow AI system in action, meet our team, and explore how data and technology can help your kitchens waste less and save more. And also don't miss the cooking masterclass with Chef Wojtek. He'll be showing live us on stage how small changes in the kitchen can make a big difference for our planet. Let's keep driving change, one kitchen, one meal, and one decision at a time. Thank you.